Hello again and welcome back to the channel. So today I have something very special indeed. The San Diego Comic-Con 2021 Ultimate Edition exclusive Sgt.Slaughter. Wow, that is a huge title. So this guy, he was available via the Mattel Creations website back in 2021. I didn't actually pick him up at the time. I wasn't collecting the Ultimate Edition figures. Now that I am collecting them, I went back and had a look and he was going for outrageous prices on the aftermarket. So I just totally passed. And then just by sheer good fortune, he popped up on a Facebook group. A guy over in the States was selling him for a very decent price. And I picked him up with a few other figures, had him shipped over to Australia. I did get stung on the shipping, as is always the case, but the price of this figure was very nice indeed. He was a little bit damaged, unfortunately, had a bit of a ding in the box there, which is a bit unfortunate. But other than that, I'm very, very pleased that I've got him in my collection. So this box is just very, very nice. It's really, really what the exclusives are all about. Nice touches like this. It really does, it just illustrates what an exclusive figure should be. Really nice artwork on the side here of the Sarge, and then the big WW, just want to put the F on there, that's how I remember it as a kid. But then as you open it up, it just gets even better. Look at that. Now, if you, like me, were raised in the 80s, you'll probably remember the original LJN figures. I believe they were called Wrestling Superstars, and this pays homage to that. Just quickly as well, I really like this detailing, listen up maggots, and then here as well, you got the Cobra clutch, which was of course his signature move, and then at the top, and that's an order. Nice touches there. But then looking at the actual figure itself, yeah, this is exactly like those LJN figures. The way that he's posed as well, it just, in my mind's eye, I can see that figure. But you know, if I had that figure in front of me, it would be nowhere near as good as this one. It's just very reminiscent. But something that even takes, something rather that takes it even further is the ability to just move this back panel. So you can essentially have it loose, posed up on your shelf, or you can put him back in and still having mint on card. I've only seen this with the Sunman figure from Mattel Creations in the Masters of the Universe Origins line. I haven't seen it with any other figure, and it's just perfect because I do collect some of my figures mint on card and loose. These ones I only collect loose, or rather I do keep the packaging, but I have them on the shelf. So this is a great touch for me. You know, it gives me the option to have either or. So really, really happy with that. And then the actual figure himself, popping him out, comes with these accessories, and it's all enclosed in this box, and we'll get into those in just a moment. So overall, what a great figure already. Okay, so here is the Sarge out of the box with all his accessories. So Sarge comes with 2 additional pointing hands, 2 gripping hands, 2 open hands, and then the 2 fisted hands on the figure. He also comes with an alternate head sculpt, a riding crop. Mine's a little bit bent from being in the packaging. It's just like a very soft plastic. And then he comes with his soft goods camo jacket, which I have to say, when I saw photographs of this, the jacket did look much thicker than it actually is. This is very, very thin, but regardless, nice to have that included. And then he also comes with his hat, shades, and his whistle. So very nice indeed. So taking a close look at the actual figure, I have to say that the legs look a little bit weird, like super long maybe and bowed. Not sure if it's just me, it does look very odd. Yeah, his legs just look really, really long. But regardless, the head sculpt is very impressive, and not just the default but also the alternate head sculpt. There is no question who it is. It's definitely the Sarge. Paint apps on it are also very nice. Probably the best that I've seen in the Ultimates line so far. Very nicely done. The shirt is also very nicely sculpted. I can't see any of the paint has bled out into the flesh or vice versa. USA in the red, white and blue, also very nicely done. Hasn't bled out anywhere. And the arms are actually very, very nicely done too. It looks like, I'm not sure if that's a vein that's sculpted in or if that's just the seam line that has fortunately been placed on the bicep, so it looks like a vein. The belt is a separate piece, just a soft rubbery plastic. And then he has his tights with the red, white and blue down the side, and then his military boots. Very nicely sculpted. The only thing that I don't like so far are the legs. I mean, let me know in the comments, do they look very, very long to you? I don't remember the Sarge having such long legs. Yeah, that just looks very strange. However, everything else is very well done, and something that I am really enjoying with the Ultimates is the additional hands, particularly when you get fisted hands, because not all of the Ultimates come with fisted hands. Really don't know why, so I'm pleased that this one does. So let's take a quick look at the articulation. Let's see if Sarge can body slam, if he can leg drop, if he can camel clutch and all that good stuff. So starting off with the head, he has a peg just underneath the neck, so he gets a little bit of up, not too much down because of his monster chin, and then he gets full rotation as well. Nice butterfly joints. Don't know if this would have been the first to have the butterfly joints in the Ultimates line. I know that some of the earlier figures didn't have full butterfly joints, and this being the 2021 San Diego exclusive, maybe this was one of the first, not entirely sure, but it's nice to see that they have those included. He also gets full rotation on the peg, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and then obviously he has full rotation and up and down at the wrist. Quite a good amount of ab crunch. He also gets full rotation. I don't like how they do that with these figures. The overlap there is quite unsightly. I think what Valiverse are doing with their Action Force figures is much better. It's sort of rounded, so it has a natural look to it. Yeah, not quite keen on that. And then he has the cut at the top of the thigh, so he gets rotation. He also gets all the way up. Double jointed knee. He has a boot cut. He has a toe hinge, and he also has what looks like a rocker. It's quite tight. Let's try the other one. I think it's just a bit tight, but he does actually have, yeah, I'm not going to force that, but he does have a rocker at the ankle. So articulation is very good. He doesn't really stand up too well, that could have done with a stand for him. I mean, he's standing up fine now, but yeah, before he was actually struggling. Okay, so let's put some of his accessories on and see how he looks. Okay, so not too bad. Struggled with that jacket. It's still not quite done here. But overall, yeah, it's a good figure. I do like it. The face sculpt is really good. Should really have had him maybe folding the crop over, but I do like that pointing finger. And when it comes to scaling, here he is with a basics Hogan. And here he is with the Valiverse Sarge. So it doesn't quite scale with the Action Force line, but you can see that this is just exceptionally better quality than this. So my final thoughts on the exclusive Ultimate Edition Sgt.Slaughter. Whilst this is a good figure, it does leave a lot to be desired. Those legs are just way too long. I'm just not happy with them at all. It looks super weird. I'm not sure if that's by design or if they just stuffed it up. Also, I'm not a fan of the soft goods, but that's not just with this figure. The other Ultimate Edition figures, I really just don't like the soft goods. I think that's just me though. I'm not a huge fan of soft goods in this scale. The accessories though are pretty good. Nice to have those extra hands, the riding crop. The sunnies aren't great, but the other head sculpt is very, very nicely done. Something else which I'm not a fan of is that hat. It's just a very soft plastic and it just warps and it doesn't really look like it should. The whistle on the other hand is very good, but then when you can see the comparison with the Valiverse Sgt.Slaughter, hands down that one wins. It's just a better figure, more attention to detail. This does have a good likeness though, a very good likeness. And the extra accessories with the box art, the fact that you can take it off and have it carded or loose, that's also very, very nice. But let's face it, that's not what we pay for. We don't pay for a nice box, we pay for a nice figure. So if I hadn't paid extra for this because it was on the aftermarket, then I probably would be okay with it. But because I did, I have to say overall, I'm a bit disappointed. So I'll know for the future. Well, that wraps this one up. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please do let me know what you think in the comments. Consider subscribing, and until the next one, take care.